Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Wow.
Happy Devils Tuesday. This is Devils After Dark. I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Scotty, a Sirius XM Liquid Metal, coming to you from Beverly Hills, California.
That's right, my palatial estate. No money land.
No money land. The
Not
the
in
no
my
money
part.
section of Beverly Hills.
Like I said, 90211, not 90210. I'm in 90211. Literally, that's my zip code.
The outskirts. Streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Twitter Live, and Twitch on the Primetime Radio Network. Well, Scotty, let's go. Let's start. I almost wanted to just not even recap the first period, but let's start the unhappy Devils recap.
Yes, today was quite the doozy there. Welcome everybody to another edition of Devils After Dark. Your nativity in red and black. We were ringing the hell's bells, but not the way we want it this time. It was for mercy in the first period there. Devils came out flatter than flat. Just looking really awful in that first period. Giving up 4 goals. Nico Daws getting pulled. I don't even know how much you really want to even fault him on some of these goals. Oh man, I'm gonna screw up this guy's name. Manjapati. I always say that wrong. His first goal. I don't know what PK Subban was doing. Just poke the puck away from him. I don't get it, but whatever. 4 goals in the first period. Plenty of defensive breakdowns. Power play goal. Lindholm, Manjapati got 2, so it is 6th and 7th, and Lindholm also has 7 goals in the season already. Now, let's not beat around the bush. The Devils did not play very well, but this Calgary Flames team is for real. I was not expecting so much for them. You know, they picked up Blake Coleman, and Kachuk is back. They made another signing in the offseason too that is just escaping my brain right now. But I didn't think it was these big moves for a team that finished 5th in the Canadian division last year. They have really been on fire, no pun intended, to start the season. They blew the Rangers out last night as well, 5-1. I think they beat the Rangers as well. So playing back-to-back nights, and they just came out a step ahead. And man, to have 2 guys with 7 goals already on the team, they were just firing on all cylinders. But then we got ourselves our own goal scorer as well, who started to show up in the second period, and that's the name Pavel Zacha. Like we've been saying for about the past year or so now, Pavel, just shoot, baby. Just keep shooting and shooting. Like Al Davis, just win, baby. Pavel Zacha, just shoot, baby. Just keep shooting that shot, and Pavel Zacha coming in on the boards, picking off the goalie pass, playing because he was in position. I believe it was Bryce Salvador, or maybe it was the Let's Go Devils podcast enforcer Ken Danico, who noted about Pavel Zacha being in the right position at the right time, where he was supposed to be, not chasing the puck. He was able to pick off that pass and just slammed home an unassisted wrist shot into the back of the net to get us on the board. And that's basically all that really happened there in the second period as well. First and second period, we're not on periods, but in the third, they came out a little bit more hungrier. Kachuk did score, but you like to see Dawson Mercer getting a goal, Pavel Zacha getting another goal near the end of the game to make it 5-3 at the end. Look, I knew when this game was 4-0 there in the first that it was probably over. However, once again, the Devils didn't make the comeback all the way this time, but they didn't roll over and die. All right? They found a way. They fought through. Dawson Mercer. I mean, we may be having Jesper Bratt got benched in the second period. He made a pretty, bad play there, getting stuck along the boards. But he got benched in the second period. He came back in the third. He was trying to make some plays happen. We've talked about Igor Sharangovic's slow start. It is nice to see Pavel Zacha putting the points on the board. Dawson Mercer putting the points on the board as well. So we end up losing this game 5-3. Like I said, Zaka with 2 goals. Mercer, by the way, 2 points as well because he had a goal and he assisted on Zaka's second goal. And Dougie Hamilton, 2 points as well. Assist on the Mercer and the second Zaka goal. 3 stars of the game. Manjapani and I don't know, it was Ladier for Calgary, and Pavel Zaka got the 3rd star of the game for his 2 goals a night. Shots on goal, and I mean, this really tells it right here for the Devils. Shots on goal, first period, 4 in the first period.
What a
okay?
joke.
Second
What a
period,
joke.
9, and then what do you see here in the third? 17 shots on goal. Okay, they came alive in the third period, but we need to see that in the first and second period too, guys. Calgary 10-12-7 for a total of 29. Face-offs kind of even, 52-47. They have a little bit of a percent, that is, by the way. Calgary with a little bit of edge. Power play, 2 for 3. Calgary, we were 1 for 4. Hits 29-17. I think that's a fair advantage our way. Blocks 17-13. Nice to see there. Oh man, this was terrible. I think halfway through the first period, Bryce Salvador came on with this, or halfway through the second period. The Devils had 15 total giveaways, but by halfway through the second period, they had 10. 10 giveaways in the first half of the game. Gee, I wonder where all those odd man situations occurred in the first period. Very reminiscent to things that we didn't like to see last season, but they straightened it out by the third. I will give them that. Takeaways 12. Overall, a lackluster game, of course. Nico Daws gets pulled. I don't really know if some of these... I actually thought the one shot that he should have got was the Lucic breakaway, the very first goal. But Lucic, I mean, he did do a good job of getting Daws to be moving, unable to get him set, and he just kind of whipped it underneath his pads. The second goal was wild, but I swear, PK, he was like stretching just enough to like not. I couldn't get it. It just looked right there like PK just poke the puck away. Just poke the puck away. I wasn't sure what was happening there with that, and it just confused me. And PK was out of position a lot on some other time. Oh man, I mean, we're gonna stick with. It's still early in the season. It's only 5 games, but he's not been looking very good lately. We want to see more from PK. Down there in that third line pairing. Top line Ty was back, by the way. He was up on the top line with Dougie Hamilton. Damon Severson was on the second pairing again with Ryan Graves. Man, it was just a tough game all around. Lindy Ruff was shuffling the lines to try and get some stuff going, and that really, I think, kind of set us back there in the second period. And when we got back to our regular, almost our kind of regular setup, the lines, I felt like were flowing a little bit better there in the third, obviously. We were getting a lot more shots on goal, pucks towards the net. Obviously, we were playing, with an extra guy there for a long period of time. Lindy had pulled Wedgwood pretty early, and we did get a lot of time with 6-on-4 and 6-on-5 attack, which was nice. I think the team did a good job there, but, we've seen this before. Crappy first period, not so good second, and then all of a sudden a great third period. We need that 60-minute game. We need that 60-minute game. Again, we have shown, just like we showed with the Capitals, these better teams, I don't think we're ready for them just yet. It's going to be a learning experience over the season. This is how it's going to go here and there. We got to be able to bounce back with it. But when you look at the overallness, okay, I know we ended on sort of a sour note here, but the Devils were coming back, which was nice. They didn't just get 1, they got 3 goals. Okay, that was good to see. And overall, if I told you before the season even started, at the end of our first homestand here, we were going to be 3-2, I think the majority of us would have probably taken that after last year. So 3-2, still got some work to do, still stinging from Jack Hughes not being in the lineup. Sharon Govich still looks a little lost. Jesper Bratt's not on track just yet. That fourth line, I think Beer Baron was onto something. When you move McLeod off of that fourth line, it loses its pop, that offensive pop that it has. And I think McLeod, with Jack out, I know it's a different situation, but when you take him away, I don't know. I think Beer Baron, what he was talking about on the big show, the Sunday show, about that fourth line not being able to be rotated the same way it was, the first 2 games of the season when Jack was in the lineup. So it's been tricky for the Devils so far, but 3-2 after the first 5 games, not so bad. Not so bad. Bernier's hurt. Blackwood still hasn't played yet. We got a rookie goaltender in there. I'll take it. And Bernier, I hear, is progressing. Mac Black, we know, got his first shot. He's going to go back and get his second shot. Good for him. Glad he finally, is getting that done. And then we could get all that behind us, and we could just focus on playing the old hockey game, because that's what we really care about, is playing and winning that old hockey game there. So good to see him skating on the ice and practice and stuff. It'll be good to get him back. Hopefully he got a little ego boost by getting selected for the old Team Canada there. Good job there, Mac Black. Maybe that had something to do with it as well, him getting in line for the old jab. I know the restrictions up there in Canada are a little tighter than they are down here in the States. So, whatever it is, just glad that that's, getting out of the way, and we can just focus on the old hockey team.
I wonder if that was sponsored by RJW Barnabas Hospital.
Good call, Sam.
Hey,
look at
yeah,
you.
you got to slide that in there. Good old sponsorship. Just like
Sam
eating
was on
lobster
fire
tails
tonight.
at Taj Lounge 973 today.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that because that was basically the highlight of the night, was Sam Wu getting some lobster tail over there. But they have, the good thing is they got back-to-backs this weekend. Home game, road games, their first road games of the season, which are usually a nice little bonding point for a team. But yeah, they got punched in the face pretty hard today, but it was nice to see them come back, using some of that speed. Dawson Mercer, use those legs, baby. Use those legs.
Mm-hmm.
He was just flying out there at times. Nico getting to the front. They're Jack really shook them up. The loss of Jack really shook the team up. It really seems like that. Bernier as well. That's a lot on that back end. Listen, we're all psyched about Nico Daws. We see how big he is and all the potential that he's got. But don't forget, he needs some fine tuning. Not that I'm really going to throw him under the bus for these 3 goals. I thought the Devils played horrible in that first period. And I think it might be more of just Lindy was trying to shake up the team as well. Just sometimes a coach will do that. 3 quick goals like that in what was it, about 14 minutes of the game. Yeah, all right, let's pull them and let's see if that does anything. If that gives a little jolt to our team. It's happened before. It'll happen again. I'm sure it won't be the first time in Nico Daws' career that he gets pulled. It's probably happened plenty of times before as a goaltender. You just have those games where you don't have it. But today, I don't know if I'm going to dump those goals on Nico Daws today. We had some bad defensive breakdowns in my estimation. And I see Sam Wu's got his hand up. Mr. Wu.
While my headset's working, I wanted to get a points in. Having had technical issues since I'm back at the Primetime Radio studios. Number one, this should be a lesson to the New Jersey Devils, the youth on the team, the fan base. This is what happens when you're playing a Daryl Sutter team. They are well coached. They came out with fire. There's a reason why they smoked team. They're off to a really hot start. No pun intended with this season. The reason why, because they're well coached, disciplined, and if you're not ready in the first period, like the Devils, they will eat you alive. Remember 2012,
the
LA
Kings.
Kings.
Yep. That was.
Exactly. And guess what happened? The Devils fell behind in the series. They tried to claw back. It just wasn't enough. Bad, call by the refs with Bernier, and the rest is history. But you can't blame the ref and Scuderi and Bernier and all that. No, a Daryl Sutter team is going to be ready to eat you alive if you're not ready. So that's number one. Number two with this team, okay, PK Subban is not playing very well.
No, he's not.
And that's a big concern because he didn't have to do that much. He is now a liability even at this, the last starting roster spot, a number 6 defenseman at this point. That's a problem. That's a big, big, big problem. Luckily, we're on the hook for PK to either he gets traded or he goes into free agency, right?
Yeah.
That's a big problem. Another big problem. Jesper Bratt wants to take a leadership role in the team. Well, as far as I'm concerned, I think you need to bench him in the first period just automatically, just to piss him off so he can play better in the third period. Like, in the third period, he was flying. They double shift him. He got the message. But this is starting to become somewhat of a habitual occurrence with Brad, where you don't need to, you shouldn't have to be held that on your head and be benched in order to. No, you should be playing like that at all times. You don't need to be benched by the coach. And good on Lindy Ruff by recognizing it, and especially this early in the season. Hopefully this doesn't happen again. Happened last year, and I believe a couple years back, I think, with John Hines, if I'm not mistaken. That's not good. Dawson Mercer, I said this on Game Day Live, moving him up, and he is blossoming. I didn't appreciate the Calgary, I think it was the Calgary defenseman in the end there, roughing him up. There was a huge size difference. And of course, the guys that are on the ice are like the smallest guys on the team, but hey, you know what?
Dawson's not that small, actually. I can't remember who it was on Calgary, but he's just a monster.
He's just so skinny, though. He's young,
he's skinny. Yeah, 2 years, that's 6, what is he, 6'3", Dawson Mercer, something like that? That frame is going to fill out a little bit more, and he'll be just fine. But he was,
I'll tell you,
it was okay. It was a little shimmy there in the corner. I think what actually happened is the puck came up high on the goaltender and hit him like in the throat, collarbone type of area here. And I guess I can't remember who it was on the Flames defense. I think they thought Mercer took a shot at him, but it was actually the puck that just came up because it was a PK shot. It got tipped by someone and it just whoop. And I don't know if you saw it, Sam, if you were listening at that time, to our good friend Chico Resch on the New Jersey Devils radio network.
No, it's
but
Devils
it did
Hockey
come up.
Network.
Devils Hockey Network. That's what I meant.
No,
to say.
it's the RJW Barnabas Health Devils Hockey Network. I think
it's the Chico.
Who was it?
It's the Chico Show. That's what it's called. It's called the Chico Show. That's it. But yeah, I think that's what that was. Mercer really didn't take. He took a punch to the face. I thought he was actually going to draw a penalty, but it wasn't anything too bad. I think he handled himself okay there in that situation. It wasn't the worst thing. But yeah, you're right. That Flames dude I can't remember who it is now. It's driving me crazy. But Mercer, he stood up for himself, which is good. You like to see that. And he went in there. He didn't just run away. He went in there and he started shoving back and everything. So
like that.
I like him. I like him a lot.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Yeah. I like. Oh, was it Dumb and Dumber?
Dumb and Dumber, baby.
Also,
we want to know
Johnson.
your reactions. Andre Johnson didn't score
again.
a touchdown. Almost got into a fight.
But he did.
And,
yeah. But you know what happened? With that penalty, I think, if I'm not mistaken, a power play resulted. And, repeat a third down because I think he got something and the other guy got a penalty as well. So good on him. I think he's been somewhat of a surprise so far this season with his play.
Yeah, definitely. He definitely looks like a different player than last year. Hit us up on Twitter Live, on YouTube Live, on Facebook Live. Steve Tatars says we have much work to do. And yes, we do. We do have much work, but you saw it at the end of the game, I know I'm just trying to be positive here, but they did turn it around, which I like to see. I was just like, come on, guys, just get one more. When it was, after the second period and it was 4-1 or 5-1 at that. No, it was 4-1. I was like, come on, just get one more. And I was so happy that they actually banged home, 2 more at the end of the game. Ramona, yeah, they will lose on Saturday and Sunday too if they play like they did tonight. I think they'll probably lose every night if they play like they did tonight. I mean, They were just straight sleepwalking there in the first period. But don't forget, we got Pittsburgh on Saturday and then Columbus on Sunday,
the BJs,
which is an early 5 p.m. start game. Saturday night, 7 p.m., and then Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern start time. David Hogan, oh boy. Recchi, they're calling for Recchi. Oh, no, that's Nate. Nate's calling for Recchi. Hogan is saying if Recchi goes, Ruff has got to go. I don't think we need to panic that much just yet. Like I said, we're 3-2. It's okay. We got a little slobber knockered here in this one in the first and second, but they did come back. They did start playing together. We are playing without our biggest offensive threat. Both of our starting goaltenders. Listen, Nico Daws is the goaltender of the future, but right now it should be Bernier and Blackwood, and both of them are not playing.
I don't think Mark Recchi should be on the hot seat. Neither should Lindy Ruff. The one thing this team needs after the last 2 years is continuity. That's how you can't be changing the generals this quickly with the New Jersey Devils. This is a very young team. You've got probably the most experienced
coach.
5
games.
You got probably the most experienced coach in the NHL. He won with Buffalo.
One of them,
Dallas,
one of them,
yeah. And played in the NHL. Feisty guy, Mark Recchi. Again, if anybody that's going to be on the hot seat, and I'm not talking about now, but if this penalty-killing situation is not resolved before All-Star or that stoppage, the Olympic stoppage, I hate to say it because I was a big fan of his, and I thought maybe he should have gotten the job, Nazardine. Something needs to change because it's just simply not working. And I'm not being mean or anything. It's just the results speak for itself. There's nothing more to say about the man down situations.
Yeah.
Because I also
and the thing is,
pulling the goalie, if the Devils have the lead. I also include that because that's been horrific at times.
And you can't say, now when you have someone like a Ryan Graves or a Dougie Hamilton, on these penalty kills and stuff, it's a different situation now than it was last year. We're saying, well, maybe we don't have the talent there just yet. Well, no, we have the talent there. So, again, it is only 5 games into the season, learning the new system, coming together with everybody. We have talked about, hey, let's look where we are after 10 and see who is still struggling. Overall, though, I say do the Aaron Rodgers. RELAX. We are 3-2. This is not a bad way to start the season. We're not 1-4. We're not 0-3-2. We're 3-2. That's pretty good. 6 points there. I know we want to win every game. I know we want to be in them. The Calgary and the Capitals.
One of your franchise players too. Without one of your franchise. And Mac Black has been out as well. Don't forget about that. And Bernier. Basically we put at this stage of his career an AHL goalie out there tonight.
Yeah.
And Wedgwood, came in. I thought he did a better job.
That poor guy. He got that. Oh man, that first breakaway. It's just like, oh, wow, guys. Yep. Can you throw him a bone at least? Just like let him warm up for a couple bits, for a couple shots at least, before you throw him out there on a breakaway like that. Oh man, was that what's his name? Second, I think that was his second goal of the game. When
just remember one thing: when you're down Devils fans, you're right, 3-2, Scotty. But just remember one thing: look at Utica, AHL. There is some excitement brewing there. They're well coached by Kevin Dineen. They're winning. Their fans have adopted New Jersey where it belongs in Utica, as far as I'm concerned. Being, originally, the farm system was in Utica years ago. And you know what? If some of the players with the Devils that aren't getting the job done, PK, a few of them, start calling some of these young kids up. At some point, it's too early now, but it's just what's great right now about the New Jersey Devils organization is they actually have a pipeline of talent that next man.
Oh yeah.
And let again, it's too early to be doing that. When Jack went down, we're all a little sad. The team is struggling offensively, but who's starting to blossom out of that? And here's this Dawson Mercer stepping it up, and the kid.
Oh, he looks great. He looks great out there. He really does. And don't forget too, Ty Smith is coming off an injury. He's missing all the training camp. He's coming in here right into the boom. Right into it. That's going to take him a little while to get his groove going again. Same thing with Severson. We all know our good buddy Damon sometimes drives us crazy, but also he was injured for a little while there and missed a lot of training camp and missed a lot of time. The hockey is one of the fastest moving sports there possibly is. Aside from when a baseball is actually being pitched out of the pitcher's hand to the catcher's mitt. I don't know if there's anything faster in sports than just the game of hockey. It just moves so insanely fast. So to get that timing down at the best level in the world, it's going to take Ty a little bit, moving him up there with Dougie. We'll see them get their chemistry together, and I think they're going to blossom up there. But let's not freak out just yet. Let's not freak out yet. We got 2 games over the weekend. After this weekend, we could very easily be 5-2, and that's a pretty darn good start. I mean, we could be 3-4. Don't get me wrong. Hey, you never know how it's going to go. But we still have an opportunity.
Well, I'm saying even during the lean years, the Devils played very well against Pittsburgh.
Played very well against Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Yeah, and the BJs coming into
they're playing hot too. They're playing really good too. But it could be something, for this team to bond. We always say that the first road trip is a nice little bonding experience. They're only going over to Pittsburgh. It's not that far. So let's see what they can do. Let's see how they can bounce back. They seemed like they were doing it tonight. How can Lindy go and get them ready? How can Nico go in there and get those boys ready to play off the bat? First period, let's get the legs moving and let's make it happen. And 60 minutes. That doesn't mean we flip-flop and we only play the first and then we go to sleep in the second and the third. Okay? 60-minute game, which is something with a young team. I feel like you're always going to be talking about them getting that consistency, playing straight all the way through. I feel like I'm seeing it from Nico. I feel like I'm seeing it from Pavel Zacha. I feel like I'm seeing it from Dawson Mercer. Tatar as well, I thought, had a pretty strong game. Andre Johnson, again, he didn't put the puck in the net, but I thought he had a very strong game. He's out there making plays. He drew a penalty. When the Devils Calgary got a double minor for the roughing there at the end. That was Andre Johnson. Andre Johnson. I'm gonna start calling him that. Andre Johnson, who drew that penalty. So, oh man, I got to shave. By the way, my beard is.
It was an automatic first down.
Automatic first down on the defense. There you go. But that was another one too. PK in the first period, taking a tripping penalty in the offensive zone. Man, that was one where I was just like, ooh, eesh, that's just one that gets you so frustrated.
I'm gonna look at the Tkachuk. I'm going to look at the Tkachuk power play goal in about a minute. I'm trying to get through this ad because I have something to say about that last goal that the Devils gave up. I mean, it's the little things. It was obviously a power play goal for the Flames, but let me just tell you how out of position the Devils were. They were all lined up on the left side of the boards, right? Here.
Yep.
I'll pause it. See if I don't know if you can really see it, but I don't know. Look, they're all stacked next to the Verizon, and look at Kachuk begging for that puck.
Yeah.
In the slot.
Just wide open.
That's not the NFZ. Okay?
Nope.
You know what that is? That is the fun zone
that's a good Chuck goal right there. That's what it is.
Yeah. And they're all bunched up on the boards like this is bad. Bad positioning. Shame on them. Because if that goal didn't happen and they actually killed off the
4-3,
you're talking 4-3, you pull suddenly the dynamics of the game changes. Hockey is a game of momentum. It's a game of speed, and the puck can kind of go different directions at a moment's notice. And that's the difference. You can't, I mean, honestly, and I don't want to be a jerk, but this kind of play gets coaches fired. I mean, you can't have that happening time and time again.
Listen to what people. I mean, we had people talking about that on here already.
Yeah,
we had people talking about that already. You're absolutely right, Sam Wu. That type of out of positioning, it's just like what's it called? Gym hockey. Just like local town hockey, like beer league hockey. It's beer league hockey. That out of position. They can't be doing that at this level. They just can't. And if they do, they're going to get caught, just like Kachuk did, and he fired it home for the fifth goal.
I'm going to use a term and really dumb it down. This is as bad as NFZ. It's almost to the point at times last season. Now this year there are certain things that have been pretty good. I think they just haven't got the results on the PK. But it's almost to the point where Lindy Ruff and the staff should say, let's go back to real basics when you first were on skates. Let's play lane hockey. You stay in this lane. You don't go anywhere. You stay in this lane. You don't go anywhere. You don't go, gallivanting towards the board, everybody. No, you stay in position and then start working it back from there. Because, again, you call me crazy, but the same crap is happening over and over and over again, that something radical needs to be done with that PK. Because you know what? If you think Sam Wu, you're an idiot, Sam Wu. You don't know anything about hockey. There's just something I do know. If it's not working, do what I do. Do completely opposite and see what happens. Because this PK situation is so bad, I'm willing to try anything. I'm almost about to maybe take out a couple guys and put a couple forwards, at the D position because it's that bad. Maybe benching somebody will send a message. I don't know.
Maybe maybe that's something that Lindy has to do. They have to play better. I mean, they gave up 2 power play goals again, 2 out of 3. That's not good. You're not going to win when you're giving up that many special teams goals like that. They have to change that. So they will get a shot on Saturday on the road in Pittsburgh against the old Pittsburgh Penguins. We will see who will be in goal. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? Today is Tuesday, isn't it?
Yeah. We got Wednesday, no, it is. Thursday, Friday. I'm all off of my days here. So, yeah, we got a couple days off until Saturday. Time to regroup. We'll see what's going to go on with our heal, bruised egos and all, and let everything heal. And then, we have a couple days off. Get ready. Let's have a good, solid game plan and be ready to execute as soon as that puck drops with Pittsburgh, because they're going to be ready to go on Saturday night as well.
So we got plenty of time. Let's see where our goaltending situation is. We know Bernier and Blackwood are making progress. We'll see any other health updates that maybe come up. We still have a little time for Jackie Boy. But we'll see if there's going to be any other changes to the lineup that Lindy Ruff starts playing with. And I have a feeling that these guys are going to be run through a pretty hard practice, either Thursday or Friday or both. So we will see. But we got another big game on Saturday night. Sam Wu will be down at the old Taj Lounge 973. Is that correct, Sam Wu, on Saturday?
No, because Saturday is a road game. Saturday,
so you're not
in Pittsburgh.
Oh, okay.
No, it's Mischief night
right.
anyway. I won't be around.
Okay. Sam will be out causing mischief. He did, by the way, if you go to Taj Lounge 973. Now, Sam was always talking about catfish. I've never really heard anyone ever say, like, you got to get the catfish. The chicken franchise or the steak, the filet or something like that. Sam Wu, the catfish. But I got to say, you stepped up your game. Pretty impressive tonight, Sam Wu, with the lobster tail. Can you please tell us about the Taj 973 lobster tail?
I don't know if you understand, Scotty. I know you live in no money Beverly Hills. But I decided to go from the $13 an entree menu to the Patrick Elias Hall of Fame.
Ooh.
$26 lobster tail pasta. And let me tell you something. It was fantastic. So when we played the Boston Bruins on November 13th, maybe we'll have a lobster tail toss at Taj Lounge 973. And to rip off from the New Jersey Devils, I will have you sign a waiver in case you may get injured in the process.
No lobster tail in the eye, please. All right? Those claws are dangerous.
I will say this, though. Not only was it tasty, it was so good. The pasta itself was as good or even better than the lobster that I tasted. And I'll even add something else. I talked to T, the manager.
Mm-hmm.
She told me, and she whispered, Sam, I got to tell you something. I was like, what? It used to be nobody ordered the catfish. But since you started to plug it, everybody has been asking about the catfish. We've sold more catfish. No joke. We've sold more catfish. And I was like, oh. And I told T, guess what I did today? Yeah, you did the lobster. It's more expensive. That's good. That's good. It's like, but the problem here is the problem. As soon as I ate the lobster, the Devils didn't show up in the first period. So I got a plan.
You got to go back to the catfish.
Yeah, got to go back to the catfish for game day live. Post game after victory, the meal is lobster tails all around. That's what I'm going to tell T. Yeah, if you're like, hey, don't close the bar. If we win, lobster tail, and maybe we can lower the price a little bit. Lobster tail special.
You're gonna turn the Patrick Elliott special into the Jason Arnott
25.
Or how about the Scott Stevens $4 special? How about that? The Scott Stevens $4 special.
Hey, we're gonna rework. We are gonna totally.
That's the surf and turf
menu.
Scotty seems like he'd be a surf and turf guy. By the way, is the catfish fried? Is the catfish fried? Is it like fried chicken but fried?
Yeah, it's going to be renamed General Wu's catfish.
General Wu's catfish.
Yeah.
So if we get to the playoffs at some point, we start scoring goals. Are we going to throw fried catfish on the ice at some point?
You know what? It didn't come from me, but hey, whatever it takes to win. You do it. Luckily for me, I like the catfish and catfish with buffalo sauce too. That was a discovery made against the Buffalo Sabres. Obviously, now Chico.
There's been 18,000 orders of catfish for Taj Lounge 973 before the Devils game. We don't know what's going on.
Just like the supply chain in the entire world, catfish is in short supply, but demand is so high at Edison Place in Newark at Taj Lounge 973. Yeah, my goal one day is to not only sell out the catfish, but maybe kick a keg or something like that and get people drinking.
All right.
Again.
We're gonna do more. We're gonna.
Also, I want to also say too. I had a couple people come up to me, and they said, "Sam." They knew my name. They said, "Sam, the service here is excellent. I like the atmosphere." And you know what? Taj Lounge took over from PJ Ryan's, and they are working so hard to make this work with Devils fans. And I talk to them every day about this. We text, how we can improve. This is just the beginning. It's only going to get better, and we're trying this grand experiment there at Taj, Scotty, and you already seen, even from a production level, it kicks ass now. It just keeps on getting better and better and better and better. And we're going to have fun with this.
Go to those pre-games. Go to those pre-games. I'm telling you, Sam Wu and Vinny. We had Chico stop by the other day. But, game day live. And then maybe on one of these weekends, coming up or something like that, maybe we can have like a watch party or something, and we'll do Devils After Dark there as well. I know they have comedy nights and everything, so the scheduling sometimes can get a little hectic. But pre-games, 100%. If you're going, definitely stop by. If you're not going and you just happen to live close by, take a ride over, hop on the train, and go watch like a couple periods with our boy Sam Wu. He'll be down there, game day live.
Yeah, and also, you know what we'll do one day to get you there virtually? I'll get one of these 75-inch screen TVs and have it vertical, and then we'll have you we'll have you standing there as if you were just hanging out with me. We'll do some stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to upgrade your internet for that, Scotty. You need a green screen, a new computer to do that.
Yeah.
All that fancy stuff.
Let me just hop over to Warner Brothers over here, and I'll be right there. Yeah, no problem.
But also great time, and thank you for all those nice compliments that I got, for the bar and our podcast, and people were asking how people that have never listened to us before till today were asking the waitresses and the bartenders how they can find us. Just Google us, Let's Go Devils Podcast, or find us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and all that. But
Scotty, friends.
A couple things, a couple comments. Whistler and YouTube Lives, it's hard to win if you can't even get over the red line with possession. The breakouts were bad. Hopefully they bounce back next game. Again, you got to credit
10 giveaways in the 10 giveaways in that
Flames
first
as well.
Period and a half.
Yeah.
But
Brian Tracy.
Whoever said that though, the breakout passes were terrible tonight in the beginning of the game. Absolutely atrocious.
Yeah. Yep. Brian Tracy says number 18, awesome. Mercer.
Dawson Mercer, baby. Dawson Mercer. Love him. That flow.
Yeah. Oh yeah. So Scotty, you hear the music?
All right, Sam Wu. I hear the music.
Yeah.
So just a final thought is, we got slapped in the face pretty hard there in the first and second, but we did bounce back. Overall, 3-2 to start the season. Not too shabby. We're seeing improvements in some places that we like to see. Pavel Zadaka, Dawson Mercer, Nico Hischier. Some others where we're PK Subban, Jesper Bratt. Who was the other one I was thinking of? Igor Sharangovich. I don't want to put him there yet because I think we're expecting a little bit too much from him too soon, and without Jack. But either way, we've had some ups, we had some downs. We're still 3-2. Saturday, we got a little break, rest, recoup. Let's go Devils Saturday night. I think they can take down Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I think the time off is going to be good for the Devils. I think finally they're out on the road Jack is getting better. Mackenzie Blackwood is getting better, getting healthier. Also, to fill your time, watch the Utica Comets. Watch Kevin Dineen's young kids. They are
great chance to do it.
As entertaining, because if you feel down about tonight, look at Utica. Look at the future ready to come up to make our dreams come true and possibly a Stanley Cup in New Jersey once again. So that's what keeps me going doing this podcast, because, you and I, Scotty, could be just negative fans and be like, yeah, same old Devils, sell the team. But the reality is they're 3-2. Calm down. It could be worse. We could be the New York Rangers. I don't like the direction they're going. I mean, yeah, they've won a couple games here and there, but is that sustaining? Do they have a pipeline like the New Jersey Devils? They tried to, but one man named Tom Wilson just changed that franchise in a hurry. And if they're that weak and with that kind of press release by the owner, I'll stick with our team.
Utica Comets Friday night. Friday night, there you go. Utica Comets. You could have a nice Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Comets, Devils, Devils. There you go.
Yeah, and thank you to the Utica Comets for tagging at Let's Go Devils Pod on Twitter on some of their posts. Love it. Just love it. It's a community.
We might have to do a Comets post game one of these days.
Well,
all right, Sam Wu.
All right. Anyway,
until the next time, we're running with the Devils.
Yep, dropping the podcast at midnight. Enjoy your morning commute. Drive safely, everybody. 10 and 2 on the wheel, and watch out
for the floods. Yeah.
Till next time, let's go Devils.